Alrighty, and talk about some of the football talent we've seen out here. A lot of young prospects, a lot of kids coming out learning the game for the first time. See any potential?
Oh yeah, there's a ton of potential out there, especially there's guys who you can see are very very raw at it, and as they listen, they're very attentive to what you're telling them, and they really put it to work. So you can see a kid in a split second who goes from just doing raw to exactly what you tell them, and actually improving in it and getting better in it. So you can see a future in what these kids are actually capable of doing.
I know you got introduced to the game very early, but you were raw like them. So I guess you could tell them about your experiences just starting from the bottom and getting there. How beneficial do you think it is for a lot of them to get that start even earlier than you did?
The earlier the better. You have a lot of parents out there who may feel a little tentative about it. I encourage parents to also go out there and try to learn more about the game and understand it. But it's just like anything a child does. The earlier the better. The more you talk to them, the quicker they learn to talk. So the more you teach them the fundamentals and the work that they do, the better they'll get, the quicker they'll get to it, and the better they'll become developed in it. So the earlier, definitely the better.
What steps do you think we need to make to establish like I asked Myron, establish a thriving youth football league here? Because the only way for them to get better, like you said, is to get those reps up. How do we get that going? How do we start a youth football league here to really help the sport to develop?
Well, locally, we know we have a league of our own, the CAFL for the older guys. So we have a lot of coaches who understand football, who needs to go back and give to the community and do small community projects. Start to bring kids out to come from 1-day camps, 2 days camps, a weekend camp, and also we need to put parents in camps as far as teaching them so they get to understand it from both sides. So as community leaders, we have to go out there ourselves and start to bring the football to them, bring the ideas to them, because people are scared of new things. So if we bring the idea to them and start to teach them hands-on, then I think that'll help boost up and accelerate the process of getting football and sports more introduced into the communities.
All right, good. Devard, I know the development of football here has always been very important to you. Just talk about what you've seen over the course of the 2 days and how beneficial it's been to a lot of these kids.
I mean, it's always a good time to come out here and see these young, talented Bahamian kids, man. We have so much talent out here. It's unbelievable, and I just love pouring back into it, man. This is what I live for, to pour back into our kids.
I know you were introduced to the game at a very young age, trying to do the same thing with a lot of them here. Have you relayed that experience to them, telling them, hey, you can do this, you can get started now and make it all the way to the NFL?
Of course, that's my life story. That's what I am here to do, and it is to inspire and tell them the experience that I've been through. Being born right here, being in the same situation and having the opportunity to go off and play the game of football and all the opportunities that the game of football has given to me, it would be a travesty if I wouldn't pour that back into our youth.
Talk about some of the prospects you've seen here. I know a lot of the guys are raw, don't know about the game yet, but we know Bahamians typically have that speed, they have that athleticism. Talk about some of the guys.
Man, we had a couple of kids out here, man, running sub 4.3s yesterday. I couldn't believe it myself. We're talking about 6'2", 14 years old, 17 years old, running sub 4.3s, and I still can't believe it right now. I had to make him run it over a couple of times. So
I saw you make him do it twice.
Yes, I had to, but to have that talent, to have that speed, like you said, that raw talent out there, man, it's good.
I know this program in particular tries to tie in education along with what goes on the football field. Is that a message you also extend to a lot of these kids?
Of course, man. No pass, no play. I mean, to have Myron here, the ultimate. I mean, he's a Rhodes Scholar. I mean, you can't get no higher than that. So to have him here, have a Bahamian here, a Bahamian Rhodes Scholar, NFL player, and to impress this upon these young kids is priceless. It's priceless right now, man. So that's why I'm urging these young kids to soak everything up and to take advantage of what they have in front of them.
I know the Bahamian connection at FSU has been really strong over the last few years. We have Maven Saunders there right now. Are you guys a close-knit community?
Of course. Well, Maven, especially with Maven, Frank, my cousin Frank Rutherford brought Maven up to Houston,
right.
And now Maven at FSU. So it's a brotherhood, man. I talk to Maven all the time. He's doing this thing. He's looking good, and hopefully you have a very successful year this year.
All right, thanks.
All right, man.